And if your plans include watching the horse races or other outdoor activities, then you'll want to pay close attention to our next guest. Joining me now to talk about ways to protect yourself in the sun and things to look out for is Dr. Jay Burns. Dr. Burns, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So if you would, start off by telling us about yourself and your experience as a skincare expert.
Yeah, well, I grew up here locally in Garland. I'm a plastic surgeon. I've spoken, around the country and around the world for lasers and skincare for 30 years. And one thing is I realized that I do a lot of facelifts and surgery, and if you turn back the time and you don't pay attention to the skin, then it doesn't really work.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, so I've had a lot of experience with that.
Wonderful. So what are some ways that people can protect themselves?
Well, there's some simple ways with broad-brimmed hats and just physical protection, but the sunscreen is just that we have now are fantastic. There's two products that you should really use in sunscreen, Parsol or zinc oxide.
Okay.
What people don't realize is that those are degraded in the sun, so the Parsol's gone in 17 minutes. Zinc oxide is what you need.
Oh, wow.
And it's a total block.
Okay.
You put it on every 80 to 90 minutes, and it's really the best protection. So I look for things personally with zinc oxide. That's what I want my patients on.
Okay, and now tell us this, do you need sunscreen just when you're intentionally going out in the sun or just for every day?
Right, if you're like me, that's what I remember, but I say don't do what I do what I say. You should put it on every morning, because I had a patient the other day that was wondering why the spots were coming back on the left side of his face. It's because he drives in America. In Britain, it's the opposite, but you get sun on the left side of your face, you can tell somebody in the country or out of the country if they drive on the right or the left, because their left side's always worse. Put it on every day, put it on every 90 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
And you brought some great products today. Will you tell us about these?
I did. So this is what I like. It's Elta. It can be tinted. Women love the tinted sunscreens, and they can be waterproof or whatever, but they all have zinc oxide in it. It's what I like. There's others that do as well. There's some pediatric products that also have, but look for that zinc oxide. The other thing is you've got some things. What if the sun gets past you and into your skin and damages the DNA? These products right here have antioxidants, and what they do is when sun hits your skin, it produces these kind of evil humors. And this product here has antioxidants, vitamin C, E, it absorbs all those evil humors before they can damage the DNA.
Okay.
So I think it's great to have sunscreen for protection, and then if that fails 100%, then you've got a backup. So you get a good antioxidant and a good sunscreen and some physical protection, and that's about all you can do in Dallas.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, so I have another question for you. Is it true that the SPFs will add up? So if I use, like I use this every day, like I mentioned, if I use my Elta and then I also have sunscreen in my makeup that I put on, do you add them up?
You can add them up,
Okay.
and so it's mutually helpful. The one thing I would say that people don't realize is the amount of sunscreen. They did a study, the amount of sunscreen that people put on actually, and what they test for those is 1/6. We don't put on enough sunscreen, so you put it on heavy, let it absorb.
Okay.
So you need to put more, and then the timing of that, but they do add up.
Okay, well, such great information. Thanks so much for
You
being
bet.
here, Dr. Burns.
You bet.
Great to see you. And if you'd like to learn more about Dr. Burns and his practice, be sure to visit him online at drjburns.com.